Hello, my friends, and welcome back. If you're new here, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Thrive, a storyteller for all who cherish tales, so please gather around and lend an ear. In the starlit realm of Adelphia, where constellations sing of ancient tales, begins the saga of Orion. Born of royalty, his destiny weaves through the very stars that shimmer above. As the crowned prince, the hopes and dreams of a galaxy rest upon his shoulders. Through cosmic adventures and courtly challenges, he embarks on a journey defined by fate and determination. So, dear listeners, delve into the Odyssey of the Adelphian prince who stood fearless against the tide of destiny. Part 1. A Dimming Star. Amidst the vast tapestry of the cosmos, Adelphia was a gem, a shining representation of Serenium's brilliance. The once radiant Aurora, a symbol of unity and power for the Adelphians, now showed signs of age as its luminescence gradually faded. But Aurora wasn't just a life-sustaining star. It was a repository of countless legends, songs, and tales that intertwined the fabric of Adelphia's rich culture. As the light dwindled, so did the heartbeats of its inhabitants. Once bustling cities now laid silent under a dimmer sky, fields, which previously swayed with golden crops, stood still in anticipation. Children, who once listened to tales of Aurora's might, now gazed upwards with questioning eyes. Recognizing the impending crisis, Commander Selene, a leader both respected for her intellect and adored for her compassion, convened the planet's brightest minds. The Grand Council chamber, etched with the historical events of Adelphia, echoed with debates and deliberations. It was here that Selene, with a glint of hope in her eyes, proposed a solution as bold as it was dangerous: embark on an interstellar voyage to seek a new homeland. Addressing the masses, her voice firm yet filled with empathy, she declared, "The cosmos does not challenge us to weaken our spirit, but to forge it." The air was thick with emotion as murmurs of apprehension transformed into roars of agreement. Taking heart from Selene's unwavering spirit, the Adelphians united, their collective resolve echoing her profound sentiment. Challenges aren't merely obstacles. They are the universe's invitation for us to rise, reinvent, and rebirth. Part 2. The Nebula's Embrace. Mighty arcships, the pinnacle of Adelphian innovation and technology, set sail through the inky black vastness of space. Every rivet, bolt, and panel on these grand vessels bore testament to their creators' dreams and determination. As they journeyed forward, the glinting stars seemed to tell tales of both hope and caution. The Nebula of Despair loomed ahead, living up to its ominous name. It was not just a physical entity, but symbolized the sum of all fears and uncertainties the Adelphians harbored about their exodus. This vast, swirling cosmic tempest, with its unpredictable electromagnetic storms and bewildering astral phenomena, posed a challenge like no other. Its unpredictable maelstrom seemed intent on consuming the hopes and dreams of every soul on board. However, Captain Orion, a beacon of strength and resolve, emerged as the fulcrum around which the crew's spirits oscillated. With each violent jolt of the arcships, he shared words of wisdom and encouragement, ensuring morale remained high. In the face of despair, he would say, gazing into the tempest, true character isn't just revealed, it's forged. Navigating through lightning storms that painted chaotic arcs across the void, and with deafening cosmic winds threatening to derail their course, Orion's unyielding presence was a constant reminder of their purpose and promise. As the ships pierced further into the nebula, he would often be heard reflecting, "Darkness is not the absence of light, but the canvas upon which we paint our brightest moments." And thus, in the embrace of the nebula, Adelphians learned resilience, finding in their shared challenges a flame of spirit that the darkest of adversities could not extinguish. Part 3. Uncharted Territory and Tense Ally. Emerging from the Nebula of Despair, the vastness of space revealed a new panorama. The enigmatic territories of the Zolarians, The star clusters here were denser, shimmering with a different hue, indicating the exotic nature of this unfamiliar realm. Stories of Zalarian exploits, a mix of both fascination and caution, had reached the ears of Adelphians, but now, first-hand encounters would tell the true tale. At the boundary of Zalarian space, the Ark ships were met with a sight both imposing and mesmerizing. Dozens of Zalarian crafts, gracefully designed yet undeniably menacing, fanned out in a welcoming yet watchful formation. The complex ballet of diplomacy began with tentative radio transmissions, filled with courteous greetings and protocols, yet every conversation held an underlying note of uncertainty. In a show of goodwill, Adelphian envoys, dressed in ceremonial attire, representing their world's rich tapestry, boarded the Zalarian flagship, bearing gifts of precious minerals and holographic relics that showcased Adelphia's heritage. The Zalarians reciprocated with exotic trinkets and sonic symphonies, a tantalizing hint at their culture. Yet, amidst this exchange, the envoys couldn't ignore the veiled stares and subtle, almost imperceptible tightening of grips on weapon handles. An atmosphere of mistrust loomed, mirroring the mysteries of the cosmos itself. With every movement of the Zalarian warships, circling like hawks, gauging their prey, the Ark ship crews held their breath. The weight of responsibility bore heavily on Captain Orion's shoulders. In one of his contemplative moments, overlooking the vast expanse and the looming warships, he mused in the vast theater of the universe. Strength isn't merely a show of might, but the ability to connect, to understand, and to bridge divides. As whispers of possible conflict began to spread, Orion's wisdom resonated with a more intimate undertone among the crew. Trust isn't a mere construct. It's the lifeline of civilizations, and while it's a structure built over long epochs, it remains forever vulnerable to the tempests of doubt and deception. Part 4. Betrayal's Sting. As the gilded hues of diplomacy dimmed, the inky blackness of space became a canvas for an interstellar war dance. The silence was shattered by the cacophony of energy beams and laser volleys, lighting up the void in a symphony of chaos and devastation. What was once a field of potential alliance had transformed into an arena of conflict, with the Ark ships and Zalarian war vessels maneuvering, countering, and striking with tactical precision. Yet the war outside paled in comparison to the storm brewing within Orion's heart. The discovery of Lyra's deceit came not as a sudden bolt, but as a slow, agonizing venom seeping into his consciousness. Lyra, his trusted aide, friend, and confidante, had been clandestinely liaising with the Zalarians. Every strategy, every maneuver, and every vulnerability of the Ark ships had been laid bare, allowing the Zalarians to anticipate and counter their every move. As Orion browsed through the intercepted transmissions, Lyra's holographic avatar shimmered with a cold detachment, revealing details and seeking assurances of safety and power in this new realm. With every byte of data, Orion's world fractured a bit more. Her betrayal was more than a tactical disadvantage. It was a wound that tore at the very fabric of trust that held the Adelphians together in these trying times. Holding a shard of the holographic projector, Orion stared into its refracted lights, grappling with emotions of anger, sorrow, and disbelief. Sometimes, he whispered, voice choked with emotion, it's not the external universe that surprises us, but the hidden galaxies within the ones we thought we knew. Drawing a deep breath, he turned to his crew, his stature straight and his eyes burning with a renewed purpose. Every challenge, every setback, every betrayal, he declared, only serves to reveal who we truly are. And in this moment, let us not be defined by what we've lost, but by what we've lost, but by what we stand to gain. With that, he rallied the Adelphians, turning their narrative from one of deceit to determination. Part 5. Black Hole Gambit. In the vast and complex chessboard of space, sometimes desperation spawns brilliance. The Adelphians, outnumbered and outmaneuvered due to Lyra's treachery, were on the brink, But it was this very brinkmanship that gave birth to a plan audacious in its conception and execution. Nearby lay the eventide black hole, a celestial enigma that had long been a topic of study and awe among Adelphian scholars. Its swirling vortex, a dance of destruction and rebirth, had consumed countless stars, rendering their brilliance into its insatiable darkness. Orion, with his innate understanding of cosmic phenomena and the unpredictable nature of foes and allies alike, saw an opportunity amidst the impending doom. Through a series of deceptive maneuvers, feints, and distress signals, the Adelphian fleet led the Zalarians into a strategic position where the immense gravitational pull of the eventide became their unexpected ally. The Zalarian ships, mighty in their weaponry but caught unawares, struggled against the inexorable draw of the black hole. Their engines roared in defiance, but the relentless pull of eventide was unyielding. From the command deck of the leading arc ship, Orion watched as the Zalarian fleet, trapped in the gravitational web, began their slow and inevitable descent into the abyss. The atmosphere was thick with a mix of relief, disbelief, and awe at the gambit's success. Turning to his crew, a hint of wariness in his eyes, but pride evident in his stance, Orion reflected, "Life often pushes us to the edge, not to watch us fall, but to teach us to fly." As the last of the Zalarian ships disappeared into the eventide's event horizon, he added softly, "For every peril the cosmos presents, there lies an equal potential for salvation. It's all about perspective and timing." The black hole gambit was not just a tactical win, but a testament to the Adelphian spirit, indomitable, innovative, and unyielding even in the face of overwhelming adversity. Part 6. Nova Hope and Redemption. With the trials of space now part of their storied past, the expansive horizon of Zenith unfurled before the Adelphians. As they descended through its atmospheres, the sight that greeted them was a blend of nostalgia and wonder. Nova Hope, aptly named for its promise, seemed like a mirror reflection of Adelphia, but with the novelty of the unknown. Verdant meadows stretched beneath sprawling mountain ranges, while serpentine rivers, shimmering in hues of blue, charted their courses across the vast landscapes. Communities quickly took root, with biodomes, infrastructure, and Adelphian architecture meshing seamlessly with Nova Hope's natural beauty. The hum of machinery melded with the chirps of Zenith's native fauna, symbolizing a union of progress and nature. Yet, amidst this flurry of reconstruction and rejuvenation, another narrative quietly unfolded, one of redemption. Lyra, carrying the weight of her betrayal, approached the newly established settlements. Her demeanor, once confident and assertive, now bore the hallmarks of regret and longing. The shadows of the past loomed large, but with every step on Nova Hope's soil, she sought a path to redemption. Her return was met with mixed feelings, skepticism, resentment, but also empathy from those who understood the complex tapestry of choices and consequences. It was in this crucible of emotions that Orion, ever the pillar of strength and wisdom, stepped forward. Extending a hand, he looked deep into Lyra's eyes, acknowledging her pain and the road to reconciliation that lay ahead. "Life," he began, voice imbued with understanding, "is a series of sunrises and sunsets. And just as the darkest night gives way to dawn, so too can our gravest mistakes lead to rebirth." The assembled Adelphians, inspired by Orion's gesture, resonated with his wisdom. Under the resplendent skies of Nova Hope, he concluded with a sweeping gaze at the thriving settlements. Every journey, no matter its trials and tribulations, culminates not in an end, but in a fresh start. Here in this new world, we don't just find a home, we lay the foundation for stories and sagas that future generations will recount with pride and reverence. And so, as the echoes of Orion's journey fade into the cosmic tapestry, we are reminded that our own paths, though distinct, are no less significant. My friends, every one of us has a galaxy within, waiting to be explored. The adversities we face, much like Orion's, are not roadblocks, but stepping stones, forging our character and steering our purpose. Remember, even in the vastness of the universe, it's the smallest stars that often shine the brightest. Continue to chase your dreams, for it's not the destination, but the journey that truly defines us. Before you depart, if the tale of Orion resonated with you, do like this video and subscribe. Let the tales of Adelphia inspire you to pen your own legendary saga. And always remember, no matter the trials, never give up. Until our stories entwine once more, farewell, dear listeners.